I've lost any amount of faith that I had that the Black Ops Pass is going to change this year, and if we hope to see any change, we're going to have to wait till next year, till Infinity Ward releases their game next year. And it's not even because of Activision or Treyarch, and it's not even also because of the people who are okay with the Black Ops Pass. This is actually coming from the people who I thought wanted a change to the Black Ops Pass, and it really seems like they lost their way, and it's just so disappointing to see, because instead of us directing all our displeasure and dislike and just hate towards the Black Ops Pass that we want changed, instead what people decide to do is just let's hate on everything. They'll get them to change the Black Ops Pass. Let's hate on the Battle Royale that we know nothing about. Let's hate on the multiplayer that, again, most people haven't even touched yet, or then the gameplay doesn't even look that bad. Let's just complain about everything we could think of about Black Ops 4, and yeah, that'll get it to change. That will get them to change the Black Ops Pass. No, that's not going to get them to change the Black Ops Pass. That's going to get them to keep the Black Ops Pass the same, because if we directed all our displeasure and dislike towards the Black Ops Pass, like the Battlefront 2 community did with their whole thing that happened, if we just directed in one place, then they would know what the problem is, and then they would address the problem. But now, instead of them seeing that directed displeasure and dislike towards one area, they're just seeing dislike and displeasure towards the entire game, and so they're thinking, oh well, would you look at that, Call of Duty fans being Call of Duty fans, hating on the entire game again, so what's a little more hate going to the Black Ops Pass? What's the difference? Because they're hating on the entire game anyways, so it's not going to make that big of a difference anyway. So this is such a big problem, and this isn't only a problem for Call of Duty this year. This happens every single year. There's a real issue with Call of Duty every single year, and you know what people do? They start to focus on it for a good amount of time, but then after that, they just start hating on the game as a whole, and then they just completely lose their path, or whatever I said earlier in this video, and they just hate on the entire game. And then Activision, Treyarch, and whoever the developer is that year, they just like, oh well, I mean, they're hating on the game anyways. I mean, what are we going to do about one more thing that they're hating on? Nothing much. And this happens so often, and I just don't understand why people think this works every single time. And this is on all social medias that I've been on. You see on Reddit especially, holy crap, there is actually no reason right now to be on the Black Ops 4 subreddit. It is just so trash that I just get so angry just looking at every single time, just seeing people losing their way and not really complaining about the Black Ops Pass anymore, and just complaining about the game as a whole. But it's not only on Reddit. You see on YouTube, Twitter, and just anywhere you could think of, you see people sharing these dumb videos, posts, or liking these videos or posts, and just upvoting these videos and posts. It's just thinking, what are you doing? That's not helping it. We're not going, oh my gosh, all you're doing right here is going to get them to think that it's just another thing Call of Duty fans are hating on this year. Just a new thing for them to hate on. And this happens so often, and we never get anything changed in Call of Duty because of this. Because people inside the Call of Duty community are so scatterbrained that they'll hate on everything. And I don't know, maybe they actually think that this is going to make a difference. Maybe if you think that you just are negative about the game as a whole, you'll get the Black Ops Pass to change. No, that's not how it's going to work. That's the stupidest mindset that I've ever heard of. If you actually think that's going to work, do you actually think by hating on a Battle Royale mode that you know nothing about, and not even because you don't think Call of Duty is a Battle Royale mode, but you don't think it's going to play well, even though you haven't seen any gameplay or nobody's even touched it before. You just, when you're hating on it for things that we don't even know about, and it just doesn't help. Like, that's not going to help change the Black Ops Pass. That's just not helping. Again, I've already said this 3 times in the video, but I cannot help but repeat it. It's not going to help just purely hating on the entire game. You have to focus your hate at one thing for they can know what the problem is, because again, they're just going to see one other thing that Call of Duty fans are complaining about. And this is exactly what the Star Wars Battlefront 2 community did. They just focused their hate all on one area of the game, and they got it to change. And that's the problem with Call of Duty, because we have so many problems. We had the supply drops back in Black Ops 3, but people just continued to spread the hate across the board, and nothing was ever changed because nobody ever just forced them to change it, because they all just lost track of it and hated on the game as a whole. And it's just happening all over again. And it's just so gross to see this, because Call of Duty is just never going to get better. This is why, because the fans just make it so difficult on the developers. And I know it's not all the fans' fault. Obviously, there's Activision, the developers making their own mistakes, but it's not helping when the fans just complain about the whole game instead of actually trying to make the game a better game. It's just so bad, and I just cannot stand to see it. And if there's one thing that sums up everything that I've been talking about here, it's this post right here, and this is on the Black Ops 4 subreddit. And when I saw this, I just don't understand. I don't understand what is the use of this post. Tell me what is beneficial of this post. And as you guys can see, it says facts. Blackout will be rushed, unfinished mess when Black Ops 4 releases. And just talking about how stupid the thing thing is by itself, because it's not a fact. You don't know that, you stupid idiot. Quit acting like you do. That's just not true. But on top of that, why would you say this? Is this benefiting the game? Is the game going to be better because you said this? Is the game just trash already and there's a reason to actually say this? No, there's actually no reason and no benefit to anybody to make this post. There's only negative effects that's coming out of this. There's actually no positive effects at all when you make this. It's not even funny. Like, I thought it was supposed to be a joke, but then I realized this isn't even supposed to be a joke. This is just supposed to be pure hate on the game, and pure hate is never going to change the game for the better. It's never going to change anything for anything. This is so obvious. You see it not only in video games, you see it in politics and so many different things. When people just blatantly hate things, you never get change, and things just continue to stay the same. And this is what Call of Duty's been having to deal with for at least the last 6 years. Just the same blatant hate that never lets the game evolve, and they just continue making the same thing because every single thing they do, it gets hated on anyways. It won't really matter. And I just don't get it. I just don't, and I'm so disappointed. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but if I did, then whatever. But if I didn't, did I mention that post that I just shared with you guys got 841 upvotes? Like, come on, what is going on here? And this is just something that's just annoying me way too much, and I just think that we lost all hope that we're going to get the Black Ops Pass change, because again, I'll repeat it. No, I'm not going to repeat it, but I already said why already a billion times, so I'm not going to say it again. But it's just like, oh my gosh, what are you guys doing? We're not going to see any change to the Black Ops Pass, nor will Call of Duty get any better because of the community. We're going to have to rely all on the developers to make the game better, because the community does not help in the slightest. They make it more and more difficult every single year with this blatant hate. Just makes the game worse and worse every year because of it, and it's just so bad because there's nothing helping this game. Activision's not helping the game get better, the community's not helping this game get better, and maybe the developers are making the game get better. I don't know, the developers is our only hope, or our only hope, but besides that, the community won't, and Activision is just screwing this game over every single year, and it's just not a good thing to see. It's just so bad, just seeing so many things work against Call of Duty, and because of that, the game just does not get better. I just hate it so much, and it happens every single year, and it's really wanting me to leave the side of getting rid of the Black Ops Pass, because my gosh, it is just so negative on that side that I just can't stand it anymore, and this is just so dumb. And I don't know, I honestly feel like just going pre-ordering the digital deluxe edition right now, just because how annoying some people are being. Of course I'm not going to do it, because I still am just leaving that little piece of hope that the Black Ops Pass will change this year, but I don't know, I'm just really annoyed right now, and I just think that we're not getting this Black Ops Pass change this year because of this, just the people losing their way and not understanding that how to actually get things to change, and they just don't understand it, and I have no idea. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and just close the video already, because I've just been ranting this entire video. It's just so annoying. Hopefully I made sense in this video. Hopefully my message came across and everybody understands it. Hopefully it'll make a change, even though it won't, because nobody's going to watch this video anyways. But if you guys did enjoy the video, or at least you agree with me in any of this, then go ahead, do all the normal YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, bell, share, and especially share, because share will actually help get this message out there. If you do strongly agree with me here, then I would highly recommend doing that. But anyways, I'm going to go, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream or video.